Happening tomorrow, a new law goes into effect, hoping to help in the fight against gang recruitment.
This is a big deal here, especially in Metro Atlanta and across the state of Georgia. Gangs are recruiting our kids into a life of crime. Here's 11 Alive's Molly Oak to explain how this new law hopes to protect your children.
Police officers I talked with say this could make a difference in the number of kids impacted and hopefully see gang recruitment numbers drop. The problem is clear.
When a Bloods member testified under oath, we have gang members in every high school, every middle school, every elementary school in this county. My experience showed that was true.
On the state level to Metro Atlanta.
It's bad when they see the youngest kid that they've dealt with that was actually involved in a gang was 10 years old. And that's here in Cobb County.
Gangs recruiting kids to do things like break into cars and steal guns.
Because those younger gang members can commit crimes and not face the same penalty that that older adult would face for doing the exact same thing.
A new law goes into effect Saturday, which in part doles out a mandatory 10-year prison sentence for anyone found guilty of recruiting minors into a gang.
And with gang members knowing that there's a potential that they would face an additional 10 years mandatory on top of whatever sentence they got for whatever they were charged with if they actually recruited a juvenile, that might bear a little bit heavier on whether or not they would even try to recruit these young people. At least that's the hope on our end.
You can almost tell when these laws and policies are created by people who don't actually live in the community. Because for some reason, they just seem to miss the mark, right? Like here you have laws being enacted to give 10 plus years to anybody that is found guilty of recruiting teenagers and young kids into gangs, right? Like, and I definitely think you should be punished if that is something that you're doing, right? Like that's definitely a law, but that's not going to fix anything. Like that's not going to solve anything. Like we know in this country, laws are not created to heal. Laws are not created for correction. Laws are not created to build. The only thing laws do in this country is punish. That's it. That's the only thing laws do is punish. They don't fix situations. Can't legislate our way out of brokenness, right? Like we can't punish our way out of brokenness. If we really want to see meaningful change, how about investing in the community? How about giving economic opportunities to those who live in these zip codes? And you guys know the zip codes. Everybody knows what zip code in their city is full of crime and crazy. We all know. I honestly wonder what that would look like if instead of trying to pass these laws to fix communities and police and punish folk for being victims of poverty, if we actually did something about it, to bring jobs into these areas, to bring training, real training programs into these areas. And I'm not talking about training like, we can show you how to get a certification in culinary arts, or we can show you how to get a certification in forklifting, or we can, like what is it like to bring real job opportunities and training into these areas? CDLs, tech, coding, data collecting, healthcare, medical. Like what does it like to give people a real opportunity? Because we know for so long these areas have not been given the same opportunities as other areas. We just punish these people for doing what poor, miseducated, misguided, economically castrated folk do. Yeah, I don't care what country you go to. Yeah, you show me a country right now where you miseducate people, right? You keep them in poverty, right? You stop them from being able to participate, right? in the economic growth of a community, and you show me those people being prosperous, you show me those people being happy, you show me those people living and thriving and helping build sustainable futures for, no, you're not. You know, we had this saying that says, crab in a bucket mentality, but nobody ever asked the question, what were crabs doing in the bucket in the first place?